7 Natural remedies for painful menstrual period cramps. Menstrual cramps, or also known as dysmenorrhea, are throbbing pain felt in your lower abdomen before and during a menstrual period. The pain varies in scales, depending on its severity. For some women, the pain can just get too severe that it often disables them from doing their daily activities for the first 2 or 3 days. While for the rest of the women, the pain is not severe, or sometimes is not present at all. We must know that menstrual cramps actually happen because of uterine contractions. It occurs in response to some chemicals like the prostaglandin and leukotrienes to break down the old linings of uterine each month. When prostaglandin is released, the muscles of your uterus will contract, and squeeze out all the dead tissues. And the release of leukotrienes causes inflammation and cramps. The pain gets even severe when pieces of bloody tissue from the lining of uterus pass through the cervix, especially if the cervical canal is narrow. It is also often associated with the levels of prostaglandins in a woman's body. When a woman has high prostaglandin level in her uterine lining, then she is likely to experience severe menstrual cramps. They are usually accompanied by pain in your lower thighs and lower back, diarrhea and also nausea. Home remedies for menstrual cramps. Yes, there are painkillers. Many of us often choose to go with the painkillers as they relieve pain faster, especially for menstrual cramps. But we must bear in our minds that most painkillers are chemicals. Taking chemicals during menstruation may result in infertility, as they can affect the menstrual cycle. Natural remedies work the best for menstrual cramps. They don't only relieve the cramps, but are also safe and side effect free. 1. Exercise. By exercising, you really can ease the pain in your belly. When you exercise, your body pumps more blood and releases endorphins that will counteract the prostaglandins, and then reduce the cramps eventually. You may also try some yoga routines. This might be the last thing you would want to do during cramps, but you really should try. It does help. 2. Heat. Place a hot water pad on your belly. Keep applying the heat to painful areas to relieve the pain. If you don't have a hot water pad, then you can fill in a bottle with hot water and do the same. You can also use a warm towel. Remember, heat will help to reduce the pain as effectively as medicines. 3. Fenugreek seeds. This is an incredible remedy for menstrual cramps. Throw a handful of fenugreek seeds into a hot pan and roast it without oil. When they have turned darker, add a cup of water and let it steep for a while, for at least 3 minutes. Then strain into a cup and drink it hot. 4. Chamomile tea. Chamomile teas contain a natural ingredient that acts as painkiller. Thus, it helps to decrease the prostaglandin production, and reduces menstrual cramps. Inflammation at the cervix too can be reduced by drinking this tea. 5. Basil leaves. Basil leaves also contain pain-killing properties. You can chew them raw, or boil a handful of basil leaves with a couple tablespoons of thyme. Strain this, and drink while it's hot. It works miracles. 6. Ginger tea. Ginger tea is another powerful remedy for menstrual pain. All you got to do is prepare some homemade ginger tea. You may add 1 tablespoon of honey for some sweetness. Drink while it is hot. 7. Cinnamon. Cinnamon too is said to be very helpful in relieving menstrual cramps. Make your homemade cinnamon tea. Add a teaspoon of ground cinnamon, or a cinnamon stick into a cup of boiling water. Let it steep for at least 8 to 10 minutes. Then strain into a cup, and you may add a tablespoon of honey for taste. 8. Avoid foods that cause bloating and water retention. This is very important. You should avoid eating foods that will cause water retention in your body and bloat your stomach. They include fast food, fatty foods, alcohol and carbonated beverages.